Well, hello everyone. I'm the nature guy and I'm here at Camp Asable. I just got back from leading a birding tour in Southern California. And when we were in San Diego, we saw a very interesting bird. It's called the Brant's Cormorant. Now, we have cormorants here in Michigan. They're called the double-crested cormorants. They like freshwater. But the Brant's Cormorant, they like saltwater. And so you find them along the coast. They don't go really far offshore, but they're in the shallower waters on the coastline. Now, these birds have big webbed feet, and they dive down after fish in the ocean, and they can go to depths of about 150 feet. So that's going way down there just for a fish. But they're very strong swimmers. Their feet are in the back of their body, kind of like our loons here in Michigan. Now, they nest on cliffs on the Pacific coast, and we were at La Jolla Point, and we saw a whole colony. There were other things there too, gulls and pelicans, but the cormorants were clearly the bird that outnumbered everything else. They live in these large colonies. They have very small territories. They build their nest, and just that's kind of their spot. And we were there, of course, in November, so it was after the main breeding season. But some of them still had this blue throat patch. Now, under the throat, there's no feathers, and so it can be whatever color the skin is. Normally, that's kind of a pinkish color, but in the breeding season, that becomes a really bright blue, and it really stands out. These guys were hot and panting, so you can see their mouths were open. But their eyes are what's really interesting. The cormorant's eyes are built for both looking through air, like in these pictures, but also for looking through water when they're diving in the ocean, especially at big depths. So they have very sensitive eyes to be able to see the little bit of light that's down there. But looking through water is different than looking through air. And so they have special muscles in their eyes that will change the shape of the lens. So in the air, the lens is more flat. And in the water, when they dive, then these muscles change the shape of the lens and make it more round. And that allows them to see in the two different media. You know, it's kind of strange when you're swimming and you look underwater, it's all kind of distorted. Well, their eyes are made to be very sharp even underwater. And the color of their eyes is just amazing. When you look up close, they're just phenomenal eyes. And it turns out every eye is a little different. And that's how cormorants tell each other apart. Their eyes are different, even though they all kind of look the same. They're dark black and a little glossy green color. But the eyes are what is used to identify each other. And so I think that's pretty cool. So seeing this colony of Brant's cormorants kind of taught me a little lesson that they all look the same, and sometimes we kind of feel like we're just part of a crowd, and maybe we don't feel known or understood, or we feel alone. But you know, God knows each one of us. Just like the cormorants can tell each other apart by their eyes, God can see in our heart and our minds what we're thinking, what we're dreaming, what we need. He wants to be our friend, and you won't be lost in a crowd. You are His friend. That's our lesson for today. See you next time. Bye-bye.